I filmed this video about a month ago. Unfortunately, since then I've had a really hard time staying on top of editing video and then filming updates for you all on my $50,000 to $5,000 challenge. But I am going to try to get back into it from this week. I'm going to show you around these sales I went to on this particular Saturday, and then give you my updates, and then hopefully in the next one I can catch you up on what I've been doing the past month.
Any success, Marty? Any success?
I'm telling your wife.
Any progress? Success?
Oh, thank you.
No, is it success for the lack? Were you able to find somebody
No,
to help with the lack? No, good job.
not a man.
See this little finisher marathon thing? There's no price tag on it. Is it cheaper?
Just kidding. You are an engineer. I'm just being
Alright, I'm gonna get out of the way because I know that you need a good cookie.
Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday, and so I am out at the yard sales. The great news is I had a fantastic week of sales, and today for this week for the update, I think I'm going to try to take you along on my Saturday. I'm really terrible at vlogging though, so I don't know what you're going to see. We're going to do our best, but I had a great day, a great week of sales. Sold some stuff from last week's church sale, sold some old things. We always like to clear out the old stuff. And so now, I'm sorry I did not write down what I had the last time, but it was something like $114, and hopefully I can put it on the screen here. That's what I had. And after the sales, I had $187.20 for today's budget. So that is fantastic. I was hoping to creep closer to 200. Now, I actually have already been to a yard sale because I saw one that was at 7:30 and it was right next door to a church sale. You all know I love church sales. So I thought I'd go to the first yard sale and then I'd come to the church sale because it started at 7:30 and then the church was at 8. And it worked out pretty well. The yard sale, I'm so glad I looked it up because they had some really nice stuff and great prices. I actually already have a big old Popeyes bag full from that sale. And then the church sale, they did have it yesterday afternoon. And of course I was at work grumbling that I would rather be doing a church sale, honestly, than being at work. So it did look like it was the second day of a sale. Like it was a bit picked over. So I didn't spend too long in the church, but they were really nice people and the prices were good. And I picked up the most enormous stack of sealed DVDs, and we'll see if those work out. I comped them quickly because I want to get moving today. Some days I try to take it easy and just get, to my minimum of what I need to get. I've already spent $30 today, so that's already a pretty good day for me. I've spent $30 of that $187 budget, and I could probably go home and list these things right now, but I am not far from. Today is the second day of Flea Across Florida, so that's a trail going across the top of our state of yard sales, flea markets, that kind of stuff. So I am not too far from a bit of it, so I've never actually done it before. It's never worked out. They do it 2 times a year, but it's never been, I couldn't even on Saturdays get up to kind of even a little taste of it. So today I am going to dip my toe in Flea Across Florida. And I'm going to go, I saw some like sort of, there's like a lodge is doing a sale, and then I did see a church sale and some dotted around there. And then actually, someone I know from growing up is apparently their family's having an estate sale somewhere up in that area. So I may make it to that. I'm going to try. So it's a good thing I have that bigger budget now, because I might spend way too much today. But that's what we got to do, right? We got to buy the stuff so we can sell the stuff. So I'll take you along with me. Let's head up to some Flea Across Florida, and if we find some good stuff, that's amazing. If we don't, I've already spent a good amount today, found some good stuff that I'm happy with. So either way, it's going to be awesome. Oh, I do have a little bit of coffee left. We are sipping and buying today. We're sipping and buying today because I do have a bit of my coffee left, and this is going to get me on the road to hit Flea Across Florida. See you in a bit. So that was a lodge sale, as I had mentioned, kind of off the trail for Flea Across Florida, but it was sort of on my way. So I went there, didn't find a whole lot, and made my way to this estate sale in Live Oak, Florida, because I do love an estate sale. Always excited to check one out. I did end up picking up this set as it's right up my alley and they only wanted $1 for it. This house was full of stuff, but I didn't pick up anything else. I wanted to get moving and see more of Flea Across Florida. Now, I was trying to get on the Flea Across Florida trail, and I did look at a couple of stands right here next to the ice cream store, but I'll be honest with you, I stopped for the ice cream store. You shouldn't be surprised. My channel title has cake in it. I love sweets. I was ready for a morning snack, and this ice cream place in Live Oak, highly recommended. I got this cherry vanilla milkshake. Can't believe I didn't walk right into a picnic table, but I did not, and that place was so good. Now we've made it to my final stop of the day. I made a point of going towards this church in Wellborn, Florida that was having a church sale. At this point, it is probably about 12:30. So some people are starting to pack up sales. Things have definitely been picked over, which is fine. They were doing 50% off at this church at this point, so I'm gonna definitely take a look around and see if I find anything else today. Well, I did find a video game. You know, everyone's always looking out for video games.
week and they were like, oh, we're overstaffed and you want to go home, go home. I was like, okay, cool.
All right, it is many days later after my Flea Across Florida adventure. I was exhausted after the long morning. I finished up in Wellburn about a little before 1 o'clock, and I was like, I was ready for a proper lunch. A milkshake is a good part of lunch, but I needed some proper food. I knew I needed to get some lunch, and it was gonna take an hour to get home. The rest of the day was just crash and relax because wow, what a morning. But I am really happy with how everything went. First of all, now that I look into some of the stuff I got at the first yard sale that I went to at 7:30 that I just happened to look up when I woke up in the morning, I was looking for something to do to see if there was anything good to hit before I drove all the way to Flea Across Florida. And boy, I'm glad I did, because that was my big sale of the day. That's where I found some, I believe, really valuable items. I'm really happy with that. So that was very lucky. But I'm gonna wrap up what I feel like is gonna be kind of a long video. You all can let me know which parts you like. And like I said, not very good at vlogging. Am I even good at video making? Not really, but we're here, we're trying, we're doing things. But so to finish up, I actually, so like I said, I did pretty well at the first yard sale I went to. Then I went to the church sale, and I think that was more okay, but I got a few good items that will probably sell eventually, that kind of thing. Then I drove up to Flea Across Florida, and I wasn't finding a whole lot, but I also didn't stop constantly. Like it's overwhelming, y'all. It is, you have to really love, and maybe that's my, that's why I'm not as good at those kind of picking situations, like stopping along the road at a bunch of places, because I stopped at a few and was trying to find yard sales, and it was just, there was so much going on. It's almost overwhelming. So I like something more condensed, like the church sale or estate sales or a little flea market. So actually the reason I went to finished up at Wellborn was because I saw there was a big church sale there, and once I got there, it was afternoon, so no surprise. They were doing deals. They were like 50% off everything. So I looked carefully, but it was really picked over, and everything I picked up was not worth it. Even if I was paying $1/4 for it, it's not even worth my time to list it, because I've got to prioritize, right? But the thing I liked about it is that there was also people all set up on like in a grassy area, that grassy area where people were all set up, and I could look around. But I didn't find anything super great. So stopped filming. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get my lunch now. But I was looking a little bit more, or I walked by, I can't even remember at this point. It was such a long day. But I walked by a table and was looking, I love glass. So I was looking at this glass that this woman had, and I didn't end up getting it, but I was kind of looking over her clothes, and she's like, if I give you a grocery bag, you can fill it for $5. And I said, really? I can't say no to that. Especially because now that I'm learning clothes, like in the past, I probably would have just said, no, I'd rather just pick something I want and maybe pay 50 cents for it or $1. But now that I'm learning clothes, I feel like if I get a bag for $5, fill it up, even if just one thing sells out of it for 15 or 20, first of all, it's better than some of the flips I've done on this challenge where I've barely made any money. But I also can go through the bag and learn if these things are good or not. And I'm willing to just get rid of them if they're not any good, move on to the next thing. But I've learned that those things aren't good. It's good. It's helpful to know what items are not good for resale. Just like it's good to find amazing items and learn that those are things to look out for. So I did end up with this grocery bag she gave to me for $5, and I filled it up. It's mostly jeans, I remember that, but I don't remember which jeans I picked up. I think I picked up some American Eagle, because so far I've seen a lot of those, and I'm trying to learn if those, I think they're not amazing, but they can be a solid jean. But if you all let me know, you can let me know. So I'm actually gonna open this up and try to remember what I picked up. But yeah, $5 for that. And actually my favorite part was I kind of filled it up, and then I was like, okay, I think it's pretty full, so I'm good. Here's your $5. And she's like, push it down, put some more in there. So I ended up with like 2 more shirts or something like that from that. That was fun. She was very nice, so I enjoyed that. But let's do kind of a like, what's in this bag? I do remember this is the last thing I picked up. It's a pickleball shirt, Pickleball Wizard, and I saw that it was Life is Good brand. So it's Life is Good brand, and I recognize that name. And actually I might even be able to wear this shirt because it's a size large. So, and it's a nice color. I don't play pickleball yet. I might get talked into it at some point, but it's very popular around here. So we'll look up that one and see if it's any good. And then I picked up this Echo Unlimited because it's like 3XL shirt and it's long sleeve, sort of waffle weave. I'm not sure what this design is. I'm trying to figure out what it is. It's kind of dark and hard to see, but I think I picked it up because, yeah, I think it might be a lion or something, but I picked it up because it's a massive shirt, and I said, again, that would be actually, it's the wrong time of year for that, or it's already so hot here, but when winter rolls around, I can actually wear that if it's not saleable because it's a nice cozy, I love a cozy big shirt, long sleeve shirt in the winter. So if all else fails, I got myself a couple of shirts to wear a few times. All right, so I think the rest are the jeans. Let's see what I have here. I got this signature Levi Totally Shaping Pull On Skinny. Okay. So it's this dark color. We'll see if that's any good. I'll look those up. And what's next? Yeah, so here's American Eagle Outfitters. I think there were 2 in here of this size, and so I was like, yeah, it's a size 12 of the skinny super stretch. Let's see what the other one is, if I see the other one in here. This one says super stretch, kick boot, size 14 long. So not exactly the same size. I've been kind of, if I see ones that are the same brand and same size together and people are charging $1 or $2 for some jeans, I'm like, that actually might be a really good deal, is to do a bundle. I'm trying that as well. So I don't know that I can bundle those 2 since they're slightly different sizes, but I'll think about it. Either way, I got 2 American Eagle jeans that if they sell for 10 bucks each, I've turned 5 into 20. That could be cool. All right, another pair, and this one is Iman jean. I think that's what that's how you say it. And it is, I'm not finding a size on here. It looks like a fairly slim size to me. That's maybe an 8 or 10 for women's jeans. Not totally sure, but that's what it looks like. Not totally sure, but that's what it looks like to me, I think. All right, one more pair of jeans. So I got 5 pairs of jeans and 2 shirts for $5. So jeans for $1 a piece and 2 free shirts. That sounds pretty cool. Let's see. This one is Gloria Vanderbilt, 16W size. Again, no idea if that one's worth anything, but we will find out. So that was interesting. I hadn't even, I think even after I filled the bag and put it in my car, I didn't remember what I picked out. So I feel like at least 1 or 2 of those will sell some and bring me $5, but it's more about the learning from a few new things and seeing if they're worth keeping an eye out for in the future and moving forward, and also adding a little bit more to the challenge fund. So that was a lot of fun, and I hope I don't have to do it anytime soon again. I want to go back to my like 3 to 4 hours of yard sales on a Saturday, and that's all I do for my sourcing for now because it was exhausting, and boy, I am tired after doing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the washing machine and get them ready to get listed. If they're worth it, if they're not so good, I might just chuck them out and move on because I've got lots of stuff to do, lots of things to list, and only a little bit of time, but things are going well. And I spent a total of $41, I believe. I should have written it down. I spent a total of $41, I believe, because I did $30 in the morning that I told you about, and then I spent another $11 while I was at Flea Across Florida, including the $5 for the bag of jeans. So like I said, not a whole lot, but that's okay. It was an experience, and I'm learning, and I went on a nice little road trip and got a milkshake, which was probably one of the highlights of the day. I can't remember where that leaves me. So minus $41 after whatever I started with at the beginning of this day. I'll pop up on the screen what minus $41 brings me to, or I'll correct myself if I spent a different amount, you know, as usual. I will indicate here what I have in my budget at this point, and let's sell some stuff, onwards and upwards. We're getting to $5,000 by the end of the year. Thanks for watching today. I'll see you next time. All right, bye.